Hey guys, dullah-han here and welcome back to Sky Factory. You may have noticed something a bit different about how I look. Yep, I finally got my own skin. I got one, customized, made it myself. And if you have a look around, there's a few things that's new about this place. Let's start with this one, shall we? Between episodes, I built myself this lovely house. Just it's temporary. I'll upgrade it as time goes by. Don't worry about that, I'll speak about that later. But yeah, it's just a place for me to keep my bed because I don't want to be sleeping in the rain all the time, you know. And then there's this thing. This is what we call a Tinker's Construct Smeltery. Such a beautiful machine. There's a few reasons that I love this thing. It's honestly, Tinker's Construct is one of my favorite mods. And the reason for that is, firstly, these things exist. These are all custom made weapons and tools made with Tinker's Construct. And I just love it. It gives you so much customizability on your weapons, your tools, what have you. Second thing is that all ores that you chuck in there will double. It doubles your ores. Let's see if I have anything to throw in there. Okay, let's take some nickel. Let's take one nickel ore chunk at least. Okay, and there shouldn't be any nickel in here. There's some blood in there because there's a witch in there that keeps healing herself and just, you know, never dies. Legends never die, man. So there's no nickel in here. If I pop that in, you will see that it has doubled the amount of nickel that I have. And lastly, it's a smeltery, not a furnace, so it's used to create new materials or minerals out of existing minerals by combining them together. For example, if I'm not mistaken, I should have some electrum in here. Yeah, electrum. That is created by combining what and what now? Gold and silver. It gives you electrum. It's a whole new thing, made of two different things. And there, I threw in one chunk, got 2 ingots. So needless to say, I love Tinkers. And it does come with a book. So firstly, you want to build yourself a smeltery. This is the smallest smeltery you can build. Has a 3x3 base and then blocks around that 3x3 base. There can be blocks underneath as well, but the 3x3 base is what's important. And along with that, you also have these 3 essential goodies that come with it, which is this thing, which is the drain, which you use faucets and a drain to create all your ingots and tool parts and what have you. You need your smeltery controller, possibly the most important thing, and the lava tank, which is used to store lava, which is the heat source that smelts all the metals, alloys, whatever. So yeah, so that's about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of how this works. So as you know, this is how it needs to look. So you need, if you look in your NEI or JEI, what have you, there we are, seared bricks, which is for seared brick, like regular clay bricks. And to get bricks, you need grout. Grout is crafted by combining gravel, clay, and sand in a crafting table. For this lesser recipe, you get 2. For the big recipe, you get 8. But really it doesn't matter because it's about the same either way cost wise. You're not really gaining or losing anything. And all of the other parts are also built out of the seared brick. So the seared bricks, which are the foundation, are made out of seared brick. The controller is just 8 seared brick in a circle or square like a chest, and the seared tank is the same with a glass block in the middle, And lastly, the smeltery drain is like this. I don't know what to compare that to really. It's just 6 brick on the sides. Lastly is a faucet, which is like a bucket. So, you know, it's fairly simple to build. This, I'm not sure the exact size of this, but if I'm not mistaken, the maximum size should be 11 by 11. Yeah, it's 11 by 11. Okay, so that counts the outer perimeter, not the inner perimeter. And I think it's about the same going that way as well. So it's 11 by 11 smeltery. The base is a 9 by 9 then. Yeah. And this thing can go taller, as tall as you want it. That will affect the amount of things you can place in it at once. The size in general does the same, and I should probably fill that up with some lava soon. The last few things you need are a casting basin and a casting table. This is the basin, this is the table. They're pretty similar recipes. This is the casting basin. It is used to make your ingots and other things that you have casts for. Like here are some tool parts that I've made casts for using the other tinker's bits that I showed you in a previous episode. The casting basin is used to create blocks of whichever material it is that you want. And to select the material, just make sure it's at the bottom, and that was the one that will be dispensed. If you don't have enough though, you're just going to end up wasting some resources or needing to gather more so that you can fill up the basin or the table. That's just how it goes. Anyway, so the reason I went through this is because if you look here, there's an achievement for this, but I did this. I'll show you in a bit. Don't hate me for that. I'll show you this in a bit as well. Here we go. Make Tinker's Construct Smeltery for processing ore. Done. And like I said, it doubles your ores, so it's even better. Next, upgrading an existing Tinker's tool with metal parts. If you look at my sword, which I think I built in the last episode, it is a lead broadsword and it's good. So I've upgraded this with a lead blade, sword blade. I've also added a lot of modifiers to it, so now it has some luck. It's reinforced, so it takes longer to break. The luck just gives it is essentially fortune. Fiery is sets things on fire. What's wrong with me? Poisonous comes from the fact that I'm using lead, and fractured comes from the fact that I'm using a bone in the tools itself. Right, so that's everything over here. Oh wait, one more thing before I go. The furnaces in front of you are a bit special. This Inferium furnace and this Prudentium furnace are a bit more efficient than vanilla Minecraft furnace. This furnace, the Inferium furnace, has a 50% efficiency over the regular vanilla furnace. The Prudentium furnace has a 35% efficiency. So, you know, it's quite a bit better. And both of these come from the Mystical Agriculture mod. If you remember, you may remember that I was gathering the essences from the mobs, which don't seem to be spawning very much right now. Give it some time. And yeah, so this basically burns things a wee bit faster than a regular furnace. This is just, you know, for convenience sake. I will be upgrading them as time goes by, but for now that's all I can do. So the next step was making obsidian in a stone barrel. While I wait for the lava to finish cooking up, here's something that I've done between recordings. Aside from the fact that I've automated the process of creating obsidian in a barrel, here we have lava underneath the crucibles. This increases the rate at which the cobblestone is transformed into lava by ×3. It used to just be ×1 with a torch, now it is ×3, and that is spectacular. So now I will take this, pop it in there, grab some water, hold down shift, and then pop the water on top, grab that, And there we go, got some obsidian. With this setup, however, every time the water flows over the barrel, the obsidian will be extracted, the lava will turn to obsidian. And in the front over here, I'm using these Ender.io item conduits to pull the obsidian out of the barrel and pop it into this crate over here. And to get the lava from here to here, I'm using this transfer node, fluid transfer node. Transfer nodes are used, I think I explained them before, but a transfer node essentially is just used for moving items or fluids from one chest to another. The item conduits are very similar thing, but just superior in how they work. You can set channels, they're easier to use, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes along with it that's just, you know, convenient. So for that, I used the item conduits just because it would take less resources, and the fluid transfer nodes because I don't have the resources to make the fluid conduits. Over here, so these are all creating obsidian automatically. In the future, I will be expanding the setup a bit and upgrading it to a company, or to produce other blocks as well, not just obsidian. For example, there is netherrack. Netherrack, there's a few ways to get it. One is by using nether essence, which I don't have. One is through, and this one is through putting lava in a barrel and popping some redstone into it. I don't have a very big supply of redstone right now, so I'm not going to do that anytime soon. So netherrack and endstone can both be created through the use of throwing stuff into stone barrel with lava in it. Netherrack is redstone, endstone is glowstone. Yeah. Over here is a completely different setup. While sieving through dirt and dust and sand and all those things, I eventually came across this ancient spores. These things, these right here, if you put them onto dirt, they will turn the dirt into mycelium. Now, those of you who play Minecraft fairly regularly will know that mycelium is the block that is used to make up the mushroom biomes. In other words, the biome where all the mushrooms, the mushroom cows spawn and live. If you put water in a barrel on top of them, on top of mycelium, it will convert that water into witch water, which then if you throw sand into it will turn into soul sand. And if you use it as is, it does have some potent abilities, such as transforming creepers into super creepers, skeletons into wither skeletons, and some other stuff as well. This is something that I built while trying to salvage this episode before and failing. Let's see if this works with us. Alright, so this is a coal generator. It will generate power, as in electricity, out of coal or anything that is burnable. So coal, wood, charcoal, I think maybe lava, I don't know. It will turn it into energy. That energy can then be used to power certain machines, such as the auto hammer, which will, as you know, I spend a lot of time hammering dust, or hammering cobblestone into gravel, into sand, into dust. This will do all of that for me. And then secondly, an auto sieve, which will sieve all of the dust and sand and gravel for me. And you know, I just get the rewards for doing nothing. Honestly, that's my goal. One of my goals in this series is to automate everything possible in the most efficient way possible, and hopefully I will be achieving that sometime in the near future. However, that, guys, will be all for today from me, dullah-han. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a bit rushed and kind of all over the place, but unfortunately this has been what it is. That is all from me for today, guys. I have been dullah-han, and please, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, want to see me, watch me as I continue my journey, click the subscribe button. If you don't like me or this video, then click the dislike button. I'll take it. It's something. And save the Owens.